here with the Upside Down Paranormal crew on one of their investigations at the Kempton Park Abandoned Hospital, abandoned in 1996. And Rivas and the team have brought us to share with them the experience of an investigation and see what this is all about and where the passion comes from. Rivas, what do you want to tell us about the Kempton Park Hospital so far?
So I want to find out how you're feeling.
Walking up towards the hospital in the dark, it definitely has a very eerie experience.
And with all the mist rolling, it was...
Yeah, you picked the right night.
Yes, definitely.
And then coming in through the entrance hall and, seeing the history that's been here and coming into the dark environment, one can definitely see the spooky element to it. So nerves are on edge.
The thing is like, forget about like what you've read on the internet and all the stories that go around it. Just imagine like 20, 25 years ago, this was a fully functioning hospital. There were nurses walking there. There was doctors down this passage. There were patients. There were noises. There were ambulances coming in. Try picture that as we go like further and deeper into the hospital.
So you almost want me to try and imagine the building as if it was alive.
Yes. It just... To walk into a place like this and just be worried about everything, rather like look at what this place was and like imagine all of those things happening around you, because it's just gonna, when we do get evidence, which we're really hoping for, it's just going to create another story in your mind, and it's gonna make what we're getting hopefully validate that a little bit more.
Well, that's what I'm here for. I've come to see this is your passion. This is what lights your fire. And like you said in our interview, looking for the evidence of existence.
Yeah.
That's what you're interested in.
Yes.
Not the morose stories that we see online, the horror all behind it. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to see that. What I'd like to ask you is, you've obviously investigated the hospital several times before.
Yes.
Have you picked up any evidence of existence here before?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Okay.
100% without a shadow of a doubt, we've picked up stuff here. From audible to, let's call it visual shadow figures. We've been touched, and there's one particular story down the end of this passage where, and this is probably less of a measurable one, but it was so real to me at that stage. As we were standing at the end of the passage, we were conducting an experiment in what looked to be like a medical center, like where they would do your blood pressure before you go into the hospital and stuff like that. And as I walked out, I was standing there and it was pitch dark, and there was like an illuminated, what I picture as a nurse standing right in front of me. She didn't have a face. It wasn't very detailed, standing right there next to me. And that was probably one of my most identifiable moments that I can remember. I mean, Venita probably has some, and you probably have some as well. But that was the one for me that I could not measure, but it was so real in that moment.
Okay, so where are you going to take us first, and what will be the first experiment that you're going to show us?
So first we're going to introduce ourselves.
Yes.
So we're going to just go into the dark passage.
Okay.
And we're just going to stand in a little bit of quiet for a while, just take in the building, and then we're going to introduce ourselves, just explain what we're here for, and then from there we're going to go up to the children's ward. To the energies, to the spirits, to the people that can hear my voice, that can sense our energy, please come forward, please come closer to us. We're not here to harm you, we're not here to hurt you, we're not here to chase you away. We just want to speak to you. We want to find out your story, and we'd like to pass that story along. But to start, my name is Rivas.
My name is Jason.
My name is Venita.
My name is Janny, also known as the Machine. Really, My name is Thera.
My name is Adriano.
My name's Sorrel.
My name is Inka.
My name's JP. If you can just give us a sound or a knock that you're here with us, just give us some kind of a sign that you're here. Remember, we can't see you only if you want to be seen. We can't hear you only if you want to be heard. That was like movement. It sounded like this.
I definitely
No, I don't just.
Be honest, when we were standing there, I don't know if it was the guards or not, but I also kept hearing whispers when I was there.
That was the cause when I first came.
Yeah, not when I came after that.
You are 100% hearing stuff.
Yeah. So this is where I saw the figure of the nurse. Right here, yeah.
So where are we now?
So this is actually the administration building, to your left, yeah.
Ready?
Anybody in here? Can you do that again, please?
Damn personality higher.
So how are you feeling, Jason?
I definitely heard that noise. Whether it was real or not, I don't know at this point, but I'm in the game for so far.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how badly do you believe in ghosts?
It's a 50-50 at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll say it's a 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I was saying, that's the administration.
Yeah.
That's where they would have taken all the registration of the patients and stuff like that. And I think it obviously branches out into like clinics. And this, I would believe, would be the general practice. So this would have probably been the general practice because some of there's little reception areas. And if you go through those reception areas, then you start seeing like actual what looks to be doctor's rooms.
Doctor's rooms, okay.
So the one thing about this place is there's no map of it. So you kind of guess as you go.
Guess as you
Yeah.
go. Okay. When you hear from a ghost, is it like a hard knock or like that?
It's your face.
You panic?
Is it like a hard knock or
It can be hard.
just give me a minute. Okay, yeah.
So it can be hard, can be soft, can be light. It depends on how much energy the apparition or the spirit has or the energy has. And yeah, it's really dependent, really dependent.
Okay.
But I think let's go up to the children's ward. Let's take out some equipment and get this party started.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. Come show me what you can do.
Can you make that knock again? There was like 100% movement there. Feels almost as if something's following us.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the
That was
fuck?
That was clear. That was clear.
What
Like
did
something
it
cooking.
Hello? I think I heard your voice. Can you please talk to us again? I did not hear you clearly. And it's funny, as soon as we acknowledged the fact that something's following us, it started making a noise. Did you hear anything? Did you guys hear anything?
No, but I was busy moving, so I missed it.
Yeah.
We were staying at the door, so they came from this side.
It definitely came from you.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are we now?
We're either on the children's ward or we're not.
I heard that it was like a whimpering. I did hear it.
So there's something definitely following this. So it's just gotta.
Just give me a minute because I really heard that.
It's crazy, hey? How does it feel? Express your feeling. Like, what does it feel like?
I feel not scared.
But don't you?
Interested.
Isn't it like?
Is it not my mind playing tricks on me?
So that's, you know what, and this is what I always have to, what we often discuss, is sometimes you have to let the magic be the magic. You don't question everything, because if you're going to question everything, you're eventually going to get yourself to a point where you're convincing yourself it was your mind. So let it be, let it sit with you, and we carry on. Isn't that like...
Travis and his team are taking us through to the children's ward, and in the children's ward they'll be conducting some experiments. Remember, what they're doing here is conducting experiments to test for existence. So ultimately what their passion is to prove the existence of the paranormal. I might look calm, but trust me, I'm not.
It's, you know, but it's about more than just the ghost hunting. It's about the history. It's about the
It's totally
exploration.
about the history.
Yeah.
You know, like you said to me earlier about walking through and seeing the place as it was
Yeah.
versus what it is now. So much has happened. So much has happened. We carry so much history in here.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like the explore. Like you can just. That's why I say use your imagination, because as you walk through here, you just try to think like, yes, can you imagine what happened here? Can you think about like how many nurses signed our patients?
Yeah. And just to go back into the history a little bit of the hospital, you say that the hospital was just abandoned. All equipment, beds, tables,
So
medical equipment was just left here in
Yeah.
1996.
left. Eventually, through the years, they started rounding up everything. But I think by the time that they actually got to a place where they could remove stuff that was still salvageable, I think it had already been looted and vandalized so badly at that point that it was almost like a futile mission. So, but they also didn't. There was a story, and correct me if I'm wrong, that as well the funding to move the equipment, some of the equipment would just have cost way more to move than it was actually just to let it rot.
I understand that, yeah.
You know, so yeah, I mean, it's an interesting story, I guess. You know.
Let me ask you something else before you unpack your equipment, and I'd like you to talk us through everything that you've got there. Were there any noteworthy horror stories coming from the hospital?
So there's the obvious one, which is Dr. Esterhazen, Dr. Death. He was a doctor who was untrained. He wasn't qualified doctor. He was basically those people he had a photographic memory. So he would read and he would just remember how to do this stuff. And he was actually a pediatric surgeon.
What?
So you had
So he was operating.
on kids, yes, for 18 years.
So hang on. I don't know. You say obvious. I don't know this. So for 18 years, this unqualified man pretended to be a doctor from this hospital.
Yes, correct.
Didn't just prescribe medication.
No, he was operating.
Operated on babies, children.
On babies and children. He had his general practice somewhere in the neighborhood. Eventually, after he had successful surgeries, after a few started happening where the children were passing away and stuff like that, that's when there was like an inquisition, I guess you can call it. And that's where they discovered this whole thing, and he was put into prison for 20 odd years or something like that.
Was that in 1996?
No, it was before 1996. Yeah, before 1996.
And also, before we get cracking with all of this, Yanni, when we were downstairs, you said you thought you had heard something knock back at you, right? What did it sound like?
Like when we started with our communication right in the start, typical.
Yeah.
But it was like three.
When you feel that you are close to the presence of a ghost, do you feel something?
I think it's more and more about our senses being so it's so fine tuned by now. You get more or less used to it, more or less immune to outbursts of emotions, but you still get that wow feeling. When I walked in there, it just suddenly felt cold. I didn't feel like scared or anything like that. I was curious. October 1985, I was in this hospital, and I still got a scar to prove it.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
And you were also here as well.
Yeah, I was with pneumonia. I was like a month old when I was admitted to the children.
Hopefully not by that doctor.
No, luckily not. I think it was like 3 years after you went to prison. But when we were here the last time, my mom actually showed me exactly where I lived.
Yeah, we did an Esther session there, exactly in the spot that she stood. And yeah, not to get too long into the story, but I believe that the connection or the thing that she took home was part of the connection she made while she was here.
Just explain this to me.
What Benita would have experienced would be considered as maybe a little bit evil or demonic, right?
Okay.
In the conventional sense of it. But my thoughts are, if you have been dead for a period of time, when do you start losing the ability to connect with life and to connect with how you sounded when you were alive, how you looked when you were alive? And just disclosure, this is a working theory that I actually got from another investigator from another team that I kind of liked and latched onto. And after how long do you forget how to communicate with somebody? So my theory would be is that possibly Venita connected with either a living person or maybe a spirit here in the hospital, that when it went home with her, well, recognized her when she came in, and when it went home with her, wasn't sure how to communicate or to make that connection again. So that's like, because I don't necessarily believe in the demonic or the evil, because I think it's a little bit overplayed in media, but there is, I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but there is, but I feel like sometimes we just misinterpret what we
Place
see.
so much emphasis on the horror, so much emphasis on what sells, forgetting that there is so much more to this realm than what you're talking about.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, in essence, it's a motion, but a more of a vibration. So you switch it on, you wait for it to stop blinking. And then basically when it picks up any kind of movement or vibration, then it will start moving. Then we've got just normal torches. It's just for a torch experiment, but that I'll get into now. And then we've got the SP7 Spirit Box.
Oh, what is this?
So this is a device that scans through radio frequencies at a rapid pace, between 350 and 150 frequencies per second. So it's reasonably fast. You can slow it down, but it also can be quite fast. And basically the theory is that ghosts are either talking through the radio, through the white noise, or directly over the radio. A red light is supposed to make it a bit easier to see spirits and energy.
Okay.
So while you're walking through the entire hospital all by yourself with a red light, it would be interesting to see.
That experiment is not happening.
This is Benita's favorite. So this is an electronic music box. So basically it's a motion sensor that once it picks up motion, it starts playing that beautiful music, the beautiful melody that you just heard. So we have honed this down to almost an art. Yeah, it's like that. This has been our favorite experiment in focusing on how to eliminate the outside interference.
Okay.
So basically what it does...
Really high tech, hey?
Yeah, no. So basically what it does is it tries to pick up 5 points of the human body. Once it's picked up 5 points, then it will give this little green money.
So, in other words, if you're pointing this camera to where there's nowhere,
Yes.
and it picks up
Something.
like a ghost figure,
Yeah.
you'll see those lines.
Correct, yes.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
cool, yeah.
This hospital is weird, right? So we're looking for the children's ward. And this has happened on occasions as well. There's like you're looking for something or you're trying to find something and it's almost you can't find it, but you're sure it was there. It's like the hospital's hiding it from you. And I know it sounds crazy.
No.
It does sound mad.
Yeah.
And you'll walk through this hospital and every single time you'll find another room. No matter how many times you've been here. I mean, we've had people that have been here multiple times. And they'll tell you the same thing.
Same
That you
thing.
you walk and then all of a sudden there's this room that you've never seen before.
Yeah.
So it's just an interesting little
totally,
thing. Yeah.
totally.
It's almost as if it's alive.
So V was telling me that you've been here on your own at night, on your own with a red light.
Yeah, I walked through this whole hospital on my own.
Just talk me through this experience and the madness that got you to do it.
So the madness is that gentleman over there.
Yeah.
Me. And this little ball of sunshine over here.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that's what, if that's what you mean by madness. So
Okay.
it was kind of just like a personal challenge, as I try to do it at most of the places that we go to, is just go through it alone.
When you go alone, are you hoping to come across something?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
100%. Yeah.
And what would you do if you did?
So I have kind of had mild experiences. I wouldn't say I have had like a major thing. You get so anxious when things start happening around you that you've kind of got to just
Temper yourself.
temper yourself, just like focus a little bit.
100%, yeah.
This ball of sunshine over here,
That's the haunted doll.
she collects haunted dolls.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've got a box of haunted dolls that was brought to me because, okay, so long story short, this box of haunted dolls was given to another paranormal investigation team, shout out Phoenix, and they basically, when they got the dolls was just dropped off and left on the driveway. The people who had it didn't want them anymore, and they had it, and then they locked it up, and eventually he believed that these dolls were making his mother sick, and I mean the obvious thing is to offer it to me. So I took them, and I must say, like, there's something about a haunted doll that just creeps me out, so they've remained in the box.
How do you know that the doll is haunted?
The specific one that Robert's walked around with actually came from the period of like the Kempton Park chaos that happened in our house. So that doll would like move around. And then when I moved out of the house, it was obviously in a box in our garage. And then eventually I took it out and I started investigating after my hiatus to see if it was Kempton Park or if it was,
The
the doll.
I can definitely see where the exhilaration comes from.
Yeah.
And where, like some of us play sport and we get that exhilarating feeling whilst we're doing it, and it kind of burns that fire inside of us. And I can see where this interest and this excitement for you is coming from.
And then we put 2 cat balls in the entrance where we just heard sounds coming from.
Okay.
And then you'll just see past, I put what they call a REM pod. So a REM pod is basically, it creates an electromagnetic field around the aerial, and the closer you get to the aerial, it starts breaking the field and then it alarms. Is there anybody here with us? Can you just maybe come to this device in my hand and give me some sort of word that would indicate that you're here with us? Please.
Please.
Like reprimanding me. Please, can you give us a word, or maybe you can touch the device inside the room that we think we heard you in? Publicly. So the one thing that I must mention about this is obviously it's 1,000 of the most common conversation. It doesn't have every single word in the English dictionary. So what you've also got to look at, there is false positives, so just a word, it's just random. But there is things that possibly you have to look at a little bit differently to what it physically means. Like publicly, could it mean the crowd?
Mm-hmm.
You see, so can you maybe give us a name?
Small.
Can you maybe go up and touch that black box inside the room?
Organized.
Are you talking about the crew? The people around, does it look organized? Or are you talking about all the papers lying everywhere?
Music.
I love music.
The music box?
Could be. How are you feeling up here?
Hot.
Hot.
I'm also feeling hot. And I'm also feeling breathless.
Recognition.
Recognition.
Are you recognizing what Jason said? Acknowledging it.
So as we're walking through these corridors, you can definitely feel that was life here at one point. All the records are all over the place. There's patient files left behind. And as we go through the corridors and see the rooms, the doctor's rooms, the examination tables, everything that's left behind, one can definitely get the sense that if there was going to be some form of activity, it would probably be here.
So, the basement is very, very well known for what people will call the 7-foot shadow figure. So, of everything that's in this hospital, the basement is known for a slightly darker figure that walks through here.
Okay.
And this figure has, in one of our investigations, identified itself as Mother.
Okay.
I don't know what the reason is, but that's the only piece of like evidence that we've gotten audibly to verify some kind of name.
So it's actually communicated with you and it's told you it identifies as Mother.
As Mother.
And why do you say it's a darker?
It's just the way everybody describes it, and you'll maybe feel it. Just the basement has a more of like claustrophobic, oppressive kind of
When you
feeling.
say darker, do you mean
Sinister, like the villain in the story.
okay?
Yeah.
So like more of an evil ghost.
Yeah, yes, you could put it that way, yeah.
Okay. An angry ghost.
Angry, evil, angry, sinister.
Okay.
Yeah, more.
Did it catch that on one of the videos? We went through some of the rooms there in the upstairs, went through the room and there was this figure.
It was down there in this
Was it there
passage, yeah,
somewhere?
yeah.
But we caught it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how about this? How about we try and conduct your dark experiment here? Would you be game?
Yeah, let's do it at the mortuary, it's not too far.
Okay.
Yeah. So the passageway that we're about to enter will be the body chute of the hospital. So basically what it means is that every single dead body that died here would have gone down this passage as they rolled it towards the mortuary.
So where we're walking now, every single death has gone here as well.
Correct.
Okay.
Every single dead body as it made its way to the mortuary.
And the morgue is down there.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Is this what I can do?
Yep. And look behind you, there's the cold storage.
Oh my god.
guess you're walking in.
Yeah.
I feel such a sense of sadness here.
Yeah, I can see it in your eyes.
I really do.
Yeah.
Especially here.
Yeah, so every body that came in, that left this hospital was laid down on this table.
Sure. Oh, I do feel a heavy sense of sadness. This room definitely does feel like death.
Mm. So you said you wanted to do a little bit of a just lights out, just
Yeah, so
stand
I think I'd like for you to conduct. Where's our? Sorry.
Oh, let's do the. Can we do the Estes?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
While Rivas and his team are setting up around us, just to give you a bit of an input as to where we are, we're in the mortuary of the abandoned Kempton Park Hospital. And as you can see over here, this is the final resting place for every dead body that traveled through the Kempton Park Hospital. And I must be honest, as I'm standing here now, 50-50 believe or not believe in this paranormal, I definitely feel very sad in this room. The room definitely feels very much like death. So what Rivas and his team are doing is they're putting together an experiment now, which they're going to explain to us what they're going to be doing. And then we're going to go on a lights out, camera off, and see if we can pick up any kind of activity. So after Rivas has explained to you guys and to us what the experiment is going to entail, we'll see you after and I'll let you know.
So firstly, I'm going to take the SP7 square box. It's going to go directly into your ears. I'm going to play a white noise. So basically what we're doing with the white noise on top of the SP7 is trying to eliminate any outside interference, so hearing our voice or anything like that. So it's important that while you're under the Estes, I'm going to set you up, going to give you a moment when I touch your shoulder. That means whatever you start hearing, you start saying. Even if it's something, so there's 3 theories behind it. The first theory is that it's talking through the white noise of the radio. It's actually using the radio frequencies to talk to you, or it's talking over the radio. So don't disregard anything that you think you hear, just say it.
Okay.
So, and what we've also found is if you start feeling if you feel a touch, just say it feels like somebody's touching my arm or whatever. Something like that.
I won't lie. This is really feeling scary, but at the same time, I can totally understand where the excitement is coming from. It's completely exhilarating.
So you can put these in first. Then once you put that on, just use my sleeve to wrap around tie around your head.
Does it matter which way it's going?
No, not necessarily.
We'll just leave the one red on Adriana.
Yeah, just that one.
Yeah, I'm just giving him a moment to just kind of get into a rhythm.
Lots of music. I was here. We are something.
It did sound like that.
Pretoria.
I am from Pretoria.
Could it be that he was saying Adriana is a gift?
Could be.
And he wanted to.
Could be.
Yeah.
How have you been feeling throughout the hospital? If you had to think back from the minute you walked in, when you were walking through, did you at any stage, I don't want to put words in your mouth, so I'm not going to put it there. How did you feel walking through the hospital? Like emotionally, or like, how would you describe it?
So, like walking up, I was expecting to be scared. And then when we walked into the foyer, I actually felt I felt like walking to a normal hospital. I actually felt very calm.
Yeah.
Same.
And then it's been very, like, nothing out of the ordinary for me until we were walking down the passage when we were looking for the studios or whatever, the theaters.
Yeah.
And my stomach dropped like proper.
Does it have to be so loud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to hear us.
We think you've been following us the whole evening. Can you please just come forward before we close off the night and just give us some communication? Just tell us who you are. Can you tell us your name so we can address you accordingly?
Breathe.
Jason was talking about
Breathe.
The breath.
yeah, and the breath and yes. We're scared of us.
He's repeating something. I can't make it out. I'm here.
Thank
Be
you.
quick.
What's your name? What's your name? Tell me your name.
I'm feeling very cold.
I'm also getting a little bit chilly. Yeah. Me too.
Come on.
What do you want? Got aggressive. It feels aggressive.
Tell us.
Got very cold.
Is it time for us to leave the hospital?
I said, come. I said, come on.
How many of there are you?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you want us to leave?
I said, be quick.
Where?
Oh, okay.
No, that sounds aggressive.
No, the feeling is intense.
It got really cold.
Yeah, no, that's intense. It's almost like the hospital's continuing in its own realm, and life for those in that realm is carrying on as if they were here when it happened. And by tuning in through these various waves, you're catching a glimpse into that world versus a spook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think it could be something like that?
It's like a remaining energy. It's like the energy that flows to the hospital as if it was still.
And then be quick, come on, can actually be relevant.
Yeah.
I was about to say, could it be because it's a hospital, it's a place of triage and trauma and stuff, a sense of urgency when treating patients and stuff? So like, come on, be quick.
Yeah.
They're kind of like urgent need to go and do their jobs.
Yeah.
No, it makes a lot of sense.
Before we go here tonight, thank you, the Upside Down Paranormal Team, for a really incredible experience. And sure, what lights everybody's flame is not the same for each and every person.
Shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be, exactly. But this is definitely, I can see, builds a flame in you. And I can see where the interest comes from. I can see where the adventure comes from. I can see where the exhilaration comes from. And if this makes you happy, then you've got my support, and invite me on another one.
I'm definitely going to.
Yeah,
I'm definitely
I'd like
going
that. I think it'll be fun. Can any of our viewers contact you for a proper ghost hunt, or?
So it's really time dependent. So you can join our community, our WhatsApp community. You can follow us on all our socials, and when we have the capability of, or the, let's call it the time, or the availability to do something, we do. And we do like to keep it small groups because it's just a lot easier that way. We do find, like I said to you earlier, we do sometimes find that when it's big groups, we tend to, it takes a little bit longer to, and especially when you press for time in a place like this, where you've only got a limited amount of time. You don't have the opportunity to conduct full experiments. You don't have the opportunity to fully investigate.
Or bring all your equipment.
Yes. So it limits you a little bit. And that's why I say by this format, it's much different going on a proper ghost hunt into this format. But yeah, people can just follow us and look out for when we do tours, experiences, and when on occasion, which we'll probably start doing next year, is on occasion we'll start having people, not groups, people, individuals, join us on some of our investigations.
There you have it, 8 Points family. You can follow the Upside Down Paranormal on TikTok, Instagram, or their YouTube channel, or they'll be coming to your home screen soon. Thanks everybody. Until then. Bye.